children. Very warm welcome to Guruji Coaching Center. Today, I am your science mentor here, and we are going to begin with the chapter The Circulatory System of Class 10 ICSE. Okay, so I know it's a very interesting chapter, and you are going to like it. And if in case you have any doubts, any topics which you want me to communicate to you or to make you understand, to make videos on, so kindly share in the comment box. Let's begin with the chapter, the circulatory system. So do you know, children, why do we need the circulatory system? What is the need of the circulatory system? Before starting the functions, the mechanisms involved in circulatory system, I would like to discuss the need of it in our body. Why do we need? We have various systems in our body. The organ systems like digestive system we have excretory system, and we have endocrine system also. So all these systems, children, require some sort of transport in the body. If I take the example for respiration, the CO2 is collected in the body and it moves to the lungs to get oxygenated. So who will carry that CO2 into our lungs? There is a need of transport, right? And if we talk about the food, the digested food is to be also means transported all over the body. It needs to reach each and every cell of your body, so that also requires a transport, right? And the third thing is the endocrine system. There the transport of hormones is required. The hormones need to reach a desired location in your body. So how will they get transported? So here comes the need of transport. And who will perform this transport function? There are two components which will perform this function, and they are blood and lymph. Okay, so these two components in our body are going to perform the function of transport. Okay, now we will discuss in detail about these two components, because rather than means along with performing the function of transport, they perform some other important functions as well. Okay children, so to carry on with the circulatory system, we have two types of system. One is open circulatory system. Okay, open circulatory system. And the second one is closed circulatory system. So what happens here? Why do we have these two types, and what does this mean? Children, see, blood is flowing in our body. Blood is flowing throughout our body. It has to reach, it has to give oxygen to each and every cell of your body. So it is continuously flowing into your body. So how does this blood flows? First, let us understand how does the blood flows in our body. So children, it is not like that it is spread in our body and it is flowing. It is flowing in a very organized manner. We have certain channels, or you can say certain pipes, sort of certain blood vessels. To be more particular, we have vessels in our body, blood vessels in our body, through which the blood is flowing into our body. So what are these channels? These are arteries, veins, okay, and capillaries. Okay, so children, always remember the arteries carry oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood, you can also refer to it as pure blood. Okay, pure blood. It is generally red in color. Okay, which has oxygen. Okay, and the veins carry deoxygenated blood. deoxygenated blood. So always remember children, this deoxygenated blood does not carry any oxygen and it is generally blue in color. It flows in veins. And the third blood vessel that we have is, it is the capillaries. These are the three channels through which the blood is flowing into our body. But what happens is, because we have proper channels, proper blood vessels through which the blood is flowing into our body, this makes an closed circulatory system. Means the blood is just not like that flowing in our body. It is flowing in a very organized, in a proper manner. It is a closed channel which has certain blood vessels like arteries, veins and capillaries through which the blood is flowing, right? What is this open circulatory system? The thing which we talked about just now, the closed circulatory system, is the system which is concerned with some higher order organisms like human beings. Okay? In our body, we have a closed circulatory system. We have we have veins, arteries and capillaries in which the blood is continuously flowing, which makes a closed circulatory system. Now, in case of some insects and some lower order organisms or animals, we can say, what happens there? We have open circulatory system. From the heart, the blood is pumped and it is just like that flowing all over the body. There is no proper channel for the flow of blood. And due to this, the mixing of deoxygenated and oxygenated blood takes place. Okay, so in those lower order organisms or insects, we can say that they have an open circulatory system due to which a mixing of deoxygenated and oxygenated blood takes place. Okay children, so now we will continue with some important functions of blood. What are the functions of blood? So to begin with, the first function that we have is transport of the digested food. So children, what the blood does is, all the glucose, amino acids that we get from our food, they are to be transported through each and every cell of the blood. So here the blood comes into action and it transports this glucose, amino acids, vitamins, minerals to each and every cell of the blood. Coming to the second function, we have transport of oxygen. So now here we need to know about one component of blood, that is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. So what this component of blood will do, it will just combine with oxygen to form an unstable compound. And what is the name of this unstable compound? This unstable compound is oxyhemoglobin. Oxyhemoglobin. So what will happen children? This hemoglobin will combine with O2 oxygen gas, and this will form unstable oxyhemoglobin, and this oxyhemoglobin will work to transport oxygen to different cells or tissues of the body. Because this is an unstable compound, oxygen easily gets separated from hemoglobin, and after the transfer of oxygen, this hemoglobin is left alone. Okay, so first what will happen, this hemoglobin will get combined with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin. Then this compound, this hemoglobin which is having oxygen in it, will transport the oxygen to different tissues or different cells of the body, making sure that oxygen reaches to each and every cell. Then because this is an unstable compound, this makes the function more easier because oxygen easily gets detached from this hemoglobin. Now this has become Hb.O2. What will happen? This Hb will get separated, O2 will be given to the cell, and simply our work will be done. Okay. Same happens in the transport of carbon dioxide. Now in this case, hemoglobin again has affinity for carbon dioxide, and hemoglobin will now combine with CO2. Yes, And now instead of oxyhemoglobin, we will have a compound which is HbCO2, Hb.CO2. In the same manner, now CO2 will not be transferred to the cells. Please remember, CO2 will not be transferred to the cells. Actually, the blood has to collect CO2, carbon dioxide, from all the tissues and cells of the body, bring it to the lungs to get them oxygenated, and then again the transport of oxygen will take place, because we need oxygen, not carbon dioxide. So what is going to happen here? This compound, this hemoglobin, it will collect CO2 from cells and tissues. Okay, from cells and tissues. So it will collect CO2 from cells and tissues. It will transport it. It will transport it where? To the lungs, and in the lungs, this will get oxygenated, and then again that hemoglobin will carry the oxygenated oxygen to different cells of body, because cells can only uptake oxygen and they do not need CO2. Clear? So this will be again an unstable compound which will be formed here along with CO2 and hemoglobin. Same will happen, the CO2 will get detached, this time into the lungs. Okay, now it has been taken from where? It has been taken from the cells and tissues. CO2 has been taken from cells and tissues, and it is being transported to lungs for oxygenation. Okay, so here oxygenation of the blood will take place. Okay, then this oxygenated blood again will be transported to all the cells of the body. Okay. So next is the transport of excretory material. Again, our blood is an all-rounder. Just think of it as an all-rounder. It has so many functions to perform. So now it will collect the waste material, okay, the excretory material which is not useful for our body, which can cause harm to our body. Okay, it will carry that material to the excretory organs like kidney, skin, intestine. Okay, so here the transportation of the excretory material will take place, which can be harmful for our body if it gets accumulated. Coming to next, distribution of hormones. Yes, this is also an important function here. Right, so what will it do? The hormonal glands will secrete certain hormones, and they will be directly secreted into the blood. Okay, these hormones will be directly secreted into the blood. So here the blood comes into action, and the blood will directly transport that particular hormone to the specific organ for which the hormone has been secreted. Okay, so the blood has to transport this hormone particularly, specifically, to that particular organ for which the hormonal gland has secreted it. Okay, coming to next, distribution of heat. Yes, the blood flows in the body and causes the distribution of heat, so that maintaining the temperature of the body. Thank you. Now, if you like the video, if it has been helpful to you, if it has helped to resolve your problems, kindly like, share and subscribe. And if you are coming to my channel for the first time, for sure, please subscribe my channel. Thank you all.